Hey guys, what's up? I'm about to hit live on Instagram too. We're gonna see if it cooperates today. Hey guys, what is up? We are live on both YouTube and Instagram, you guys. Today, what are we talking about today? Today, we are literally talking about you're really good at what you do, but you don't know how to make money doing it. So I want to talk through your marketing process, your evergreen funnel process, your sales process, and what that can look like for you overall. Okay? Hey y'all, what's up? I see y'all's thumbs up as we are hopping in. Go ahead and put your first name, something about your business, something about you in the actual comment section. Again, like I say all the time, I want this to be a dialogue. This is the brilliant part about having the ability to like hop on live video with you guys. I can interact with you guys, and it's not just like a monologue of how it would be if it was like a pre-recorded video. I want this to be a conversation between us. Okay, so put in the comment section where you're from, something about yourself. If you've never commented before, I want to challenge you for today to be your day to do so. Okay, come on. The live videos are way more fun whenever you guys are engaging. So I want to know first and foremost, if you feel like you are really, really good at your like what your expertise is in. So say you are a dog groomer, say you are a life coach, say you are a business coach, say whatever it may be that you do, right? Say you're really, really good at it, but you don't feel like you're making money or you're not making the amount of money you want to make. If that's you, I want you to comment in the comment section, okay? I would love to know, okay? And this camera on YouTube is cameraing, okay? We are bright. I have my ring light on, so it's kind of like, accentuating some things. I have no makeup on right now, so I'm like, oh Lord, I feel exposed. But it's all good. We coming on nice and crusty today, okay? Nice and crusty. I did not want to be late today. So yeah, let me know down below in the comment section. Hey guys, what's up? Let me know in the comment section if you feel like you're really good at what you do. However, you're not making the money that you want to be making through your business. Okay, we're going to talk about some of the reasons that may be as we keep going along. So as we're going, put your comments in the comment section. If you have any questions as we're going, feel free to drop those in the comment section as well. Right when you have them, you don't have to wait on it. Drop them in the comment section. And then that way we'll get to them after this, okay? We get to it like after kind of the overarching of the actual video. So here we go. Like I said, today we're talking about you're good at what you do, but you don't know how to make money doing it. So now let's fix it. Or you're good at what you do. You're already on social media, but you're like, okay, I know I can be making more. I know I can be doing more. I know I can be having more impact, more visibility, etc. But you're not there yet. And so let's talk about how we actually fix that, all right? So I meet so many entrepreneurs, you guys, and small business owners who are absolutely amazing at what they do, the value that they bring, the impact that they carry within them, the vision that God has given them. However, they have a hard time getting it out into the world, right? They have a really hard time like pushing it out and getting it in front of people and becoming visible in order to attract their actual community, okay? I don't want that to be you guys, which is why we're talking about this today. You guys are quiet today. I'm not used to this. Listen, this is weird. Okay, so if you're here watching, I am speaking to you. Comment for me. Let me know you are in the room. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, overall, I would say there's really two problems whenever it comes to this. Is like not many people knew about who those people were, so a visibility issue, and they weren't sure how to actually monetize what they were actually doing. So say you are someone who is a life coach. Say you're a Christian life coach and you're really good at what you've done. Some people have gone through certification, some people haven't. It's not, you don't have to be certified. Anyway, say you did, or say, just the expertise that you bring to the table, but you're not sure how to actually make money from it. You want to either create a course or a program or something where you can provide a lot of value to people. Hey, I'm Anika girl, but you're not sure how to actually do it. And so anyway, that's what we're talking about today. So I want to first, let's jump into some things that really are like mindset based around these things, okay? So some tangible steps that y'all need to walk through this. If this is you, I want you to first and foremost know that your abilities, your gifting, your talents are absolutely like limitless, okay? But you have to decide that it's worthy of people seeing it, okay? And that you are worthy of people paying for it. A lot of times as Christians, I'm speaking specifically to my Christian business owners, a lot of times as Christians, we kind of feel like, but I just want to give it away for free. It's something that God gifted me with. That's nice, and that is a great place for your heart to be at. But if you want to have a sustainable business, if you are not a nonprofit, then you have to change your mindset around that, right? Just like, for example, Target Maybe they opened up, I don't know, maybe they opened up to have, I don't know, to Target's just amazing. Target is not a good example. Say we're thinking of like a small business, right? Say it's a family-owned business. Say it's like a car wash or something, and it's like this amazing family who, just like is there to like have this family-owned business, right? But if they're not charging for what they're doing, they're literally doing charity work, right? And so you can still have an amazing heart behind what you do. Think about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, I'm going to assume, okay, because that's Jesus chicken, I'm going to assume has a really good heart behind what they do. They want to put out quality ingredients to people. And I'm not saying you can eat it every day, but you know what I'm trying to say, okay, for the most part. So think of it like that. Like, do you ever go to Chick-fil-A and expect because somebody has a good heart that you're not going to pay? No, that's not the language of business, okay? That's not the language of cash flow overall. So I just want to kind of come against that mindset for a second because I know a lot of people have struggled with that. And a lot of people may feel like, okay, but will people even pay me for the services, the products that I even offer, okay? And that's a whole extra thing because if God has placed this vision on your heart, then who's to say that he won't bless it if you walk in action? The past 2 days in this live video series, we've talked about action. We've talked about, yes, having the idea, having the strategy, having all these things. But if you literally have 60 minutes of time, I would want you to spend 5 minutes of that strategizing and planning or whatever. And then the rest of that, especially in the beginning, I would want you going after it. You see what I'm saying? And not just like sitting there strategizing behind your computer. You know what I mean? I want action. I want you guys to walk in action. That's where you can start seeing what's working, what's not. You can think all day in your head, well, ooh, should I start this type of channel or this type of channel? Should it be this niche or that niche? Should I talk about this or that? Do I need this intro or that intro? Just do something. You know what I mean? Like, you thinking about that is not putting anything out into the world for people to even discover you or know you're out there. So that's like huge whenever it comes to, hey girl, that is huge whenever it comes to your marketing and like your business as a whole, okay? You guys are so quiet today. What is going on? What is going on? Okay, so here's more raw steps, okay? First, I want you to believe, first and foremost, like in yourself and in the craft, okay? Within yourself and within your expertise, okay? What are you called to do? Just because you may not know how right now to market, you may not know how to create content, you may not know how to create a sales funnel, does not mean that you don't know how to do what you are already an expert in. Okay, yesterday we talked about making an evidence list. This evidence list literally walks you through, you literally sit down and you make a tangible list of all the reasons why you were qualified to do what you were called to do. Because so many times we forget, like, for example, whenever someone asked me, was it hard from when I switched to like lifestyle hair care content over into marketing? And I said yes and no. I said yes simply because I kind of have some imposter syndrome. You know what I mean? There's a ton of other people out here talking about marketing. Why should I jump into the pool as well? And it was kind of like, but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You literally went to school for this. You worked on huge projects that have qualified you alone. You know what I mean? Like, I get paid a ton of money from my corporate job to do literally this. And so it's like, if you start making an evidence list of all the different things you've done, like for me, I've managed like my sorority's social media account. I was the president of this other organization at my school, things like that, you guys. So make a list of all the reasons you're qualified to do what you're going to do in case some mindset barriers do come up in the process. So that's number one. Number two is I want you to understand that you deserve to be paid for your gifts. You can have the most amazing heart in the world, but if you're running a business, there needs to be some sort of cash flow or you are not in business. You need to open up a nonprofit in that case. But I know for the most part, I'm talking to like for-profit business owners and entrepreneurs. So if that's the case, your heart can still be in there. Your mission, your vision can like literally seep out through everything that you're doing. Okay. And a lot of times people will cherish what they pay for, right? If your parents bought you a car, yes, you're going to take care of it, blah, blah, blah. But if you buy that car, you're going to make sure it's clean. You're going to make sure it's good to go. You're going to take probably really, really, really good care of it because you value it more whenever there's a cash exchange. You know what I mean? Whenever there is a money exchange involved. So anyway, and then kind of piggyback on that, number three is that money is not the root of all evil, you guys. I know so many people within the Christian community get tripped up on that, thinking that God doesn't want us to prosper. Y'all, whenever we have money, we do really good things with that money, right? We donate it to charities. We donate it to this and that. We further God's kingdom with the resources he gave us. Why, of all people, would we think that he doesn't want us to prosper in that way, right? So money is not the root of all evil. It is the love of money. And what does that come down to? That comes down to your heart. So if you are concerned with, okay, but I want to, I just have a good heart. I want to give myself away for free. That's really sweet. That's really nice. But what about the impact you could have if you sold your program, if you sold your course? Hey girl, if you sold your products and services, you know what I mean? The level of which that's attached to that is incomparable, you guys. I'm telling you, as a witness, because I struggled with this for so long because I started out as a content creator and then became a coach. So switching over from that, I only gave away free content. I may have sold like a content calendar or something like that here and there, but it wasn't nothing crazy. Okay. Hey, Sydney girl. So that was something I really struggled with. Starting out was like, oh my God, like, I'm asking somebody to pay for it. Y'all, does Walmart get offended when you walk in there and buy something? Or are they like, oh my God, I don't want this person to pay? No, it is expected that when you walk into Walmart, when you go through the Chick-fil-A line, you're going to hand them some cash or you're going to hand them a credit card. It's literally the language of business, you guys. So if we are running businesses, then yes, exactly. Yes, if we're running businesses, there is a actual like exchange of funds. That is a part of being a business, okay? And I know it's uncomfortable, which is why within our program we teach you how to sell. We don't just teach you the marketing or the content. We teach you how to be comfortable having like sales conversations with potential prospects. Yeah, you said exactly. I tell people that money is not the root. 1,000%, it's not. It's like money is not the root of evil. It is the love of money. It is where your heart is overall. If you are literally out here chasing the money, yeah, that's the issue. We need to talk about that. That's a whole different thing. But to say money is the root of all evil, when if that was the case, churches wouldn't be able to be open without money. You know what I mean? Like ministries wouldn't be able to be funded without money. You know what I mean? I used to work for a ministry. It took money for us to be able to go over there and help these kids. It took money to do that. Why do we think it's like this like thing of like, oh, if I have money, people are going to think I'm greedy. They're going to think my heart's not in the right place. And usually where that's coming from, right? Usually where that's coming from is usually if we knew rich people growing up, right? Sometimes they were buttholes. Sometimes they were rude. Sometimes they didn't care about anybody else. And a lot of times we can start to think, oh shoot, well this rude person or this rich person was rude, which means all rich people are rude. I don't want to be rich. And I'm like, no, how did we get there? No, wait a minute, pause. I know a lot of rich people who are really sweet, really nice. Okay. I know some also rude ones as well, but that's just like we wouldn't characterize and we shouldn't characterize, hey, all black people are a certain way, all Christians are a certain way, all Muslims are a certain way. We should not characterize like that. Why are we doing the same when it comes to rich people? And then wondering why our mindsets when it comes to money is all thrown off, okay? Just heads up, in case anybody struggled with that, I know I did as well. Because I was like, well, and sometimes like having money can put you in a different income bracket. It can put you in a different tax bracket, which then kind of makes you feel like you're kind of on an island by yourself. It kind of then makes you feel like, oh, people gonna think I switched up. People gonna think, I'm not the same no more. You're not the same, and if you are the same, that's a bigger issue. You know what I mean? Like we are supposed to be evolving. We are human beings. We are supposed to be literally evolving as time goes. I would hope you're not the same. That is kind of the point. You know what I mean? So anyway, I know that's a big thing. So we're like, family members will be like, who do you think you are? Oh, okay, I see you in this, and that. It's like, well, you have no idea what I did to get here. You have no idea the blessing that God has given me to get here. You know what I mean? So anyway, you're not switching up in that type of way. Yes, you're evolving. You are progressing. You are moving along that. And sometimes that may seem like to them that we're leaving them behind. But what if I went off and did what God called me to do so I can come back and help you do the same? You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind, okay? Yes, it's all about keeping your moral and remembering why you do what you do 1,000%. Like remembering like your why, like starting and ending with your why 1,000%. Anyway, went off on a tangent on that point. That was number 3. Number 4 is making up in your mind that your skill and your craft and your message is worth investing in. Okay? It's worth investing in, you guys. Like God did not give you this vision, this business for you to just kind of sit on it and strategize for 5 years. Someone the other day, no shade at all to her. We all know we do not do shade around here. But like in a real sense, she said she's been wanting to start a YouTube channel for 5 years. And at that point, I then thought, and I said, well, what has been the cost of inaction of you not starting? You know what I mean? Like, what if you had started 5 years ago? Where would you be? You know what I mean? Where would you be right now? What if I didn't start 6 or 7 years ago, whenever I started, will we be having this conversation? You know what I mean? So like think also like what is the cost of inaction? What is the cost of like not getting up, running after what God has called you to do? Is that cost that you're gonna be sitting in the same position 2 years from now, wondering what could have happened? Possibly. And that sounds absolutely frightening to me. That sounds miserable to me. Okay? So, like, if God has called you to something right now, if God has given you this vision, if He has placed a business in your heart, you guys, it is your responsibility to carry that out. God has never brought something to this earth without the partnership of a human being, you guys. So I know we'll sit and we're like, oh, I'm just going to pray about it. Boo, you know good and well God told you to move freaking 2 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm just going to pray for, okay, you can keep praying. I'm not condoning not praying. Pray, but know that you got your answer 2 years ago, and now He's waiting on action, you guys. He's waiting on action. Okay? Anyway, there's that part. You know, I be hot during these live videos. I don't know why. I wasn't hot before I started. Anyway, number 5, here's some other steps for you in terms of taking and making that decision. Is that knowing that you bring a ton of value to your people. Okay, just because like someone else the other day was like, oh, you know, I got discouraged and I stopped YouTube because I was only at 524 subscribers. I said, boo, that was 524 people. That is 524 people. Yes, that's 524 people that then decided to subscribe to your channel. If you were standing in front of 524 people, you'd be nervous, okay? You'd be like, oh my God. And I feel like a lot of times when it comes to like social media platforms, like people are like, you know, people have millions of subscribers. And if we don't have millions or hundreds or thousands of subscribers, sometimes it feels insufficient. But even if you had 100 subscribers, y'all, that's 100 people that want to hear what you have to say, that came across your video or came across your content, and they were like, oh, I like this person. I like what she's talking about. I like what he's talking about. And decided to subscribe. That's a big deal, okay? Be faithful with little. If you want more, be faithful with little, okay? That consistency, that compounds, you know? Yeah, you said I'm so happy I caught your live again because I'm dragging my feet with action. I feel it, boo. I feel it. And there's no shade because I have done this as well. And let me tell y'all something. I was telling my business friend this the other day. Is sometimes it feels like in the moment it feels good to like sit on the couch and watch TV all day. It feels good in the moment to binge TikTok for hours. It feels good in the moment to eat all the stuff we know we don't want to be eating to get to our actual goal. But when I tell you guys, when I get up and do the thing that I know God has like probed my heart to do for the longest time, but I was like, no, I don't want to. And I finally get up and do it. When I tell you I feel fulfilled, I feel fulfilled. It's kind of like whenever it comes to the gym. If I could just get to the gym, I will do the workout, okay? But usually the hard part is getting to the gym for me. It's getting to the gym, it's getting up early enough or getting ready early enough. It's the actual like action part. But if I can get to the gym, I'm good. I'm set. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if that's y'all too, but yes, when it comes to action, like, yeah, and like note too, like what is causing you to not take action? What are you afraid of? Like what is stopping you? Like what is leading to your inaction? You know what I mean? Is it because you overcame depression? Is it because you're still in the midst of a depression? And I'm not saying, like don't do it despite of. I'm literally want to like bring to our awareness of like what is the reason for our inaction? Are we scared? You know what I mean? It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared. That's fine. But I want like the first step of that healing journey, first step of like action is awareness as to why haven't we been doing what we said we're going to do? You know what I mean? Like why is it? Why are we still sitting in the same place we were 6 months ago when we said we're going to start 6 months ago? Why are we still here? You know what I mean? Like what are the action steps that I'm afraid of taking? Am I afraid of success? Am I afraid of failure? Am I afraid I'm going to do all this work and it's not going to work? What is it? Like that first we have to understand the root cause of inaction. I think I'm going to do a whole video on that. Let me write that down. Woo, because that's gonna be one of them spicy videos. Hold on. The cost of inaction. We're gonna come back to that because I think that's so good. You said, oh yes, girl. You said I'm almost at 4,000 subscribers on YouTube and haven't posted a full video in 5 months because of so many reasons. I want to know, what are your reasons? What are those reasons? Like, and this is no shade, okay? I block the crazy people on all my social media platforms so that we can have good conversations on here. So feel free to drop into the comment section. Like, what are some of the, like, what are the real reasons? Is it because you're afraid of failure? Is it because you're like, oh my God, these people in the comments are ruthless? Is it because you got a horrible comment one time and then it discouraged you from keeping going? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it? This is for everybody too. Like, this is not just for you. This is for anybody else as well. You said, but I'm having a hard time coming back and I love it so much. Been posting my shorts. I will say, whenever I took a YouTube break and I burnt out for a season, to be honest, but I burnt out not because I was sick of YouTube. I burnt out because my attention was in a totally different like way. You know what I mean? And so I will definitely say whenever I came back to YouTube, I was like, why did I ever leave? You know what I mean? Why did I ever leave? And let's also, hey Tia, let's also talk about the simple thing of like, and that's the other video I was going to make, like when life happens. We're going to do a live video on that. Yes, 1,000%. You said all the above. Sorry, y'all. I have been putting those comments on the screen. This is okay, Latanya. I wanted to try to get your. Let me know if that's not your first name, Latanya. Hey, girl. You said some of the things that have been holding you back are marital issues, finding out your son has special needs. 1,000%. Let's talk about when life happens, you guys. As business owners, as content creators, life happens, and I think it's one of those things where we have to learn how to give ourselves grace in those moments. So it's okay. Like, and this is why I love YouTube over it. I was just looking at your comment. Overall is because like it's an evergreen platform. So if you are creating content and you need to take a break for your mental health, for life issues that come up, marital issues, you know, you found out about your son's special needs, there is grace for that. You can take mental breaks. And I actually like require us within our business to take creative breaks overall. Like next year, you guys you'll know when I will go ghost. It won't just be like a ghost thing. It's gonna be like, hey y'all, we're gonna be gone for the month of May. Just heads up. I may have videos rolling out, but I'm not gonna be in the comments. You know what I mean? And things like that, just because it is healthy to take breaks. Right? Our brain is not wired to be like on go mode, especially when it comes to like creation and content creation. You want to take that time, take that like, you know, sabbatical, that Sabbath away to be able to come up and like hear God again and hear what he's trying to get you to do and stuff like that. So there's real issues that come up. That's totally fine. 1,000%. I think the thing is like recognizing, at least bringing to our awareness, or like, what are some of the things? Is it mindset issues? Is it, I'm afraid of these trolls? Is it, I don't want my family to see my content? Is it because like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm afraid of being vulnerable on camera. Oh, I don't like the way I look on camera. I don't like my voice. I hear all of these reasons, and there are real-time reasons, right? There are real-time reasons. Like, we have a client who got pregnant, and like, we're rejoicing and like praising God for all of that. And I was like, listen, it's okay to take a break. It's okay. Hey, the algorithm is not going to explode, boo. It's going to be, it's okay to like embrace this time of life that you're in. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to miss that time of life, and that's one of the biggest lessons I learned recently. You don't want to miss that time of life because you're so busy chasing after this dream you have. Trust God in knowing that he's going to sustain you. He's going to give you that grace as well as you get through like whatever season you're getting through. You know what I mean? Yes, you said, I'm so happy you said that. I've been feeling so guilty. No, 1,000%. Like, life is happening. We are not just entrepreneurs. We are human beings. We are like mothers and wives and like employees and sisters and aunts, and you know what I mean? Like, we literally have real life going on as well. So don't ever feel guilty for it. Like, recognize, hey, yeah, my engagement may tank, but I'm willing to take that risk in order to take some time off for my mental health. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, good conversation. Thank you for mentioning that, Latanya. Hey. Okay. Yes, you said it takes so much courage to live stream. I would I would love to, but I'll be terrified. The thing is about it, like, I want you guys to know. Yes, you still use your community tab. Perfect. Yes, we wear so many hats, and so it's okay. It's okay to like recognize that in life, and also say, excuse me, and also like be like, okay, I have this amount of time for this right now. Like right now, my biggest priority is my marital issues. Right? Speaking for you, say just like an example, my biggest issue right now is like marital issues. Or my biggest issue right now is I want to get my fitness back. Okay, I'm gonna give 50% to that. I'm going to give 30% to my channel. But the biggest thing is like figuring out how can we, if we can, try to be consistent, y'all. And I don't want if you guys, if it's like I'm scared or I'm nervous or like something else, if it's like a mindset thing, I want us to work on how can we overcome that. But if it's like a real life personal issue, guys, that's real life. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. I just don't want us to get stuck and be in an action if it is for something that is strictly mindset. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, taking breaks, totally fine. I condone it. And again, we will be scheduling out probably 2 big content breaks next year. Okay, yes. Chelsea. You said it takes so much courage to live stream. I would love to, but I'm sure I'll be terrified. To be very honest with you, when I first started, my very first live stream was probably the most awkward video on the internet. It was horrible. It was very uncomfortable. But I'll be honest, it was more nerve wracking leading up to the live video than actually being on live. You know what I mean? Like, I have this philosophy, like, I am no longer afraid of being imperfect in front of other imperfect people, right? Like, we are all imperfect, okay? We are all imperfect. And if I stumble over my words, if I, like, start choking or something and need some water, you know what I mean? Things happen, okay? You get off track, you lose your point, you, like, be awkward sometimes. It's okay. But the thing is like, there's nothing's wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like people are going to relate to that because then they're like, oh, I don't gotta be perfect to show up. She doing it, so I can too. So what if you are leading the way and then someone else sees yours and they're like, oh, she doing it, so can I? You know what I mean? Like, what if that's like unlocks somebody else's fear, right? So, yeah, she said, I love live stream on YouTube now. I'm scared to do it on IG. Yes, I get that. Like, to be very honest with you, I think I was too, thinking of it because there's a lot more people that I know personally on Instagram than who follow me on YouTube. Obviously, I have like 73,000 people over on YouTube, but it's like you guys. It's like my community. Over on Instagram, sometimes it's my family, and then you'd be like, you know what I mean? Like, so it can be weird, but I'm just like, they'll be all right. Come join. Um, but it definitely can be a little weird. But I think you start with where you can. If you feel, okay, I feel like YouTube is going to be a little bit better to go live stream right now, then start there. Once you get comfortable going live, then you can branch over to Instagram. But typically, you guys, whenever I first started like live streaming, the most nerve wracking part was leading up to the live stream. It wasn't the actual live stream. Like, we are all off the topic of what we were talking about today. But you know what? Like, this is the beauty of a live stream. I get to talk to you guys. Why would I just stay on my script or just stay on my outline if you guys are engaging with me? We can talk about real-time things that a pre-recorded video can't accomplish. You know what I mean? So that's like the real beauty of live stream. Yes, when I realize people are just like me, I'm like, hey, exactly. It's okay. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. I was sitting on my couch before this live stream. I was like, oh, I don't want to go. I do not want to go live. I texted my business friend about it, but I'm like, I'm going to do it. Because I said I was going to do it. I'm going to show up. Okay? Not just for me, but for y'all as well. Can anyone go live on YouTube? They be changing their rules, so... And I started YouTube a long time ago, so back then anybody could go live, anybody could monetize, all that stuff. I don't know if you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live on YouTube. I'm not sure yet, but good question. But yeah, like I didn't want to hop on this live video. I didn't. I sure didn't. I was tired. I wasn't even tired. I ain't did nothing all that. You know what I mean? Like I ain't even done nothing crazy. You know what I mean? So what am I tired from? But I was just like, meh. But I was like, no, get up and do what you said you're going to do. Like, show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. Show up for your business. Show up for your people. And so we did it. And so I'm saying all that to say, like, sometimes it's not the emotion of being nervous. It's the emotion of, like, being like, ugh. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just, like, real. That's just honest to God truth. I'm not saying I'm always like, yes, live. But when I get on here, you guys, I'm like excited to come talk to you guys. Like I'm excited to engage with our community because I love you guys. Yes, Tia, if you have under 1K, you can't use your phone. Oh, okay, cool. If you're on your laptop computer, you can. Thank you for that. Thank you for adding that. Hi. Are you encouraged and inspired? Yes. Thank you for commenting first and foremost. Now y'all come on, comments. Okay, you said hi, young lady. I just caught you live and already encouraged and inspired. I started a channel last year and haven't been consistent. Yes, it's easy to get comfortable on the couch, 1000%. And like, I don't need to sit on the couch no more today. I was on the couch a little too long. Okay, I literally had to get out of the house. So I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I've been in the house too much. So yeah, 1000%. Like, we don't always feel like it. We're not always like fearless. The other day on the live video, we talked about the fact that so many people are like, oh, but I'm scared. But if you truly knew, if you were to truly like there's like this wall, but like if you were to truly come behind the wall with me or come behind the wall with other people that you see online, you would see that they're not always fearless. This whole fearless thing is a facade, okay? When I first started promoting my program, I was like shaking in my boots, okay? I was scared because what? You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different thing. And so anyway, I don't want you guys to ever think you have to be fearless to move forward. I want you to consider, okay, if I can't do it for myself, what about the people that I could be helping? What about the people who are watching me that if they see me do it, they then have the courage to be like, if she can do it and she's saying she's nervous and she's scared, then I can too. You know what I mean? I've had people say, well, I feel like, I'm too hood or I'm too ghetto or whatever. No, like your people will find you, okay? People who think you are too hood, too ghetto, whatever, they're not going to be a part of your community. Those are not your people, and that's fine. So anyway, I just want you guys to know, like, being fearless or being whatever, that is not the key. That is not the key to actually like doing it. Okay, we feel the fear and we do it anyway. We feel the fright and the nervousness and like all the other emotions, and we do it anyway, right? Like I'm not going to lead a life or live a life that is driven by my emotions, right? Like I want to be like, okay, God, what goals do you want me to go after in this season? Okay, now what are the action plans to get there? And then despite everything else, we're going to go after this thing, right? So we don't want to live a life just based on our emotions, right? That's not going to be fun. If we do that, we're going to get to the end of the life and be like, why didn't I hit any of my goals? Well, boo, because you literally decided that doing whatever else you were doing was more important than hitting the goal you really wanted. So it's like a belief factor in there. You are capable of doing anything you want to do. Anything. 1000%, right? Tia, you said so true. Someone told me I helped them out. Yes, of their funk and depressional stage when with my videos. You may appear stronger than you think. 1000%. And a lot of people forget that, like, what if you created one video? So many people are like, but I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Who cares, you guys? Who cares? Throw that out the window. That is a vanity metric, okay? While it is nice to have more subscribers, because usually that means more visibility, forget the subscriber and focus on the amount of people that you could be impacting. What if there's one person that was on the edge and you created a piece of content that then God put right in front of them and you saved them? You broke the chains off of whatever issue they were having in their life. What if you could do that within your content? Would you? I would. Even if I was scared, right? Like, if it was somebody that you loved and they just like, I don't know, flew out of a car, would you go after them? Most likely. I would go through hell and high water for my family to make sure they're okay. So if I'm thinking of it like that, okay, if I can help somebody and there's somebody that God is like, hey, there was a story of this guy, he went in this gas station, and I can't remember where I heard the story, but he went in this gas station and was like, listen, like he was struggling. He was like, God, if you don't do something, if you don't intervene, I'm ready to take my life. And that's what he said. And he spoke to a girl, because, well, here's what happened. He spoke to a girl and said, hey, I need you to go into this gas station and do a handstand. And so she was like, what? And she ended up going in there and doing it. And she was like, this is weird. But she had no idea that that man was praying for a sign. And because of that handstand, it saved his life. So, and I know that's like a big example, but it's not when it comes to your content though, right? What if your content can literally set somebody else free? Whether they're on the edge that way or whether they're on the edge of their breakthrough, and then you create content that then like breaks off the chains for them to run after everything they were called to do as well. That is huge. And that's a privilege. So don't just think, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to have 1,000 people on your live stream. You don't have to have 1,000 people watching your videos. What if there was one person that you helped? What if there was one person? Would you do it for that one person? Most likely you would, right? Thank you so much for everything that you are doing. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Hello, Gabriel. So yes, you guys. Hey. So yeah, those are the different steps and stuff like that. So what was my next point? What was I going to say? So step one is ask yourself, are you helping people through your business? Okay. Are you helping solve their problem? Are you making their lives better? Okay. If so, you shouldn't be afraid of showing up online. I'm not saying that it's not hard, but I want that to be the reason, like your why behind it. Like I'm scared, I'm going to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like I'm afraid, I'm nervous, I'm gonna do it anyway though, right? You're never going to get to the next level. Like people are not doing this thing without any negative emotions. People are feeling the emotion, processing it, and moving through. That's the secret. That's literally the secret. I mean, that's it. It's not this like big thing where all these people achieving these amazing results in their lives are not scared, nothing. Like they are feeling those feelings and we are moving forward even with those feelings sometimes, right? So just keep that in mind. So yes, I want you guys to know as well, everything that we talked about, we go into far deeper inside of my Infinite Audience program. I believe mindset is absolutely huge. It is absolutely huge. And so inside of that program, kind of everything that we talked about today, we go through the mindset of what it looks like to be building your business, to be growing your business, okay? So I not only give you the actual marketing plan and your sales plan, but I'm also going to help you through mindset help as well. And so if you're interested in Infinite Audience, you're a small business owner or you're an entrepreneur, you're wanting to really leverage the power of organic social media content, specifically YouTube, and other social media platforms, of course, too. But if that's you, you want to learn how to get more visible, you want to get more clients, get more leads, get more customers on an evergreen cycle. If that is you, then I want you to come and at least apply. Check out the application page for Infinite Audience. It is here on the screen right there, andreadenise.com/infinite. And if that is you, I want you to go ahead and check out the application page, apply, and then you're going to book a next step call with me from there, okay? Then we're going to see if the program is a good fit for you and your business at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and put it over here on, what is this? Instagram. So you guys have the opportunity to come join if you want to. I will say there are only, let's put it right, there we go. There are only 7 spots. So if you're interested, I would definitely say don't delay it. Don't delay it. At least, again, just apply. Just literally step out and apply, okay? It doesn't cost you anything to apply. You might as well. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out. If you have questions, DM me over on Instagram. My Instagram is @itsandreadenise. I'll put that in the comment section over here. I used to have it on the screen over here, but I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, there is my Instagram. So what other questions do you guys have before we hop off? Any questions? Any key takeaways? Anything else you guys want to add? Anything else y'all want to add? I will also say, so enrollment opened on November 1st, which is Tuesday, and it does close on November 21st or whenever those 7 spots are filled. So if you are interested in the program, definitely come and apply. Ooh, how do you pick titles? That's a great question. This is like the biggest tip, I guess, that I can not think of, but that it was just the biggest tip I would say. And her question was, how do you pick titles? Yeah, how do you pick good titles? I think to myself, because a lot of people feel like, oh, it's the algorithm, I have to appeal to the algorithm. The algorithm's job is to put the right video or the right content in front of the right person at the right time. That is its job, okay? So whenever it comes to titles, I like to think, what would somebody type in to find my video? What would somebody type into their search browser, if we're specifically talking about YouTube? What would somebody type into their search browser to then find my video? Okay? If you consider it like that, then you're going to create a really good title. Then from there, what I like to do is I like to then make sure there are actually keywords associated with that. So we teach how to do keyword research, and it's not this overcomplicated process as it used to be back in the day of what it used to feel like, or even some people make it overcomplicated now. We want to appeal to people, and so what's the best way to ask something? Keywords are just a simple way of saying, like, how would somebody type something in, right? So how to tie a tie or tie a tie is a keyword. Like tie a tie is a keyword, right? Or if I was to type in good titles, that's a keyword. Okay. If it's like how are vegan meals for teenagers, that would be a long tail keyword. And so that's a whole other discussion. But that's how I really like pick my titles. Is I first think of like my person, who's my target person. I identify my target person, then I say what would they type into the search bar in order to find this video, and then from there I make sure there is a like a highly searchable keyword that is associated with that title, and also infused in the video as well. So yeah, great question. Great question. Okay, my loves. Thank you guys for joining me on live. Again, if you're interested in Infinite Audience, come and join us. Be sure you apply. Do not wait. Don't be mad at me whenever the 7 spots get filled up, okay? I will tell you now that will get filled up. So if you're interested in the program, I definitely recommend you come check it out. The link is here on the screen down here, AndreaDenise.com/infinite, as well as over here on YouTube, right there. So anyway, you guys, I love you to the moon and back. If you are a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, come check it out. Let's get your marketing and your sales funnel intact, okay? All without like paid ads and all that stuff, okay? I love you guys for moving back. I am always rooting for you, and I will see you guys. Actually, our next video is on, look at my calendar, it's on Tuesday, November 8th. So be sure you go to my YouTube channel, hit the notification button. If you go to my YouTube channel on the very top, it has all my upcoming live videos. Be sure you click notification bells for all of those so you don't miss out, as well as add them to your calendars, all that, okay? We're going live on November 8th, November 9th, November 10th at 5:30. Okay, I want to have it at the same time, so it's super easy. So I will see you guys then, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, wherever you're at, all that. Okay, bye, y'all.